Welcome back, everyone, to Simtrax Broadcasting. Patrick Morrison here in the booth tonight, and I'm proud to to bring you the very best in iRacing. Everyone's always looking for a piece of action these days, and what a better way to spend it than here on YouTube, Facebook, or even on Twitch with me for the real sim racing and the iRacing simulations. So make sure not to get too comfortable tonight because it's Saturday night here at the gRaceland Shootout Series. Last week was a troubled week for some drivers like Philip Temples in the 17 and David Cox in the 119. 50 laps at the Nashville Fairgrounds is not an easy feat by any means. The number 26 of Daniel Holloway ended up coming out third, and Randy Bledsoe in the 81 secured second place with some good moves and heads-up driving. Winner of that race was Brian Neff, who after getting tangled up with Robertson right there toward with about 5 to go, squeaked out a win. This moved him into the 4th position in points. We look on that race fondly and know another challenge is tonight. Now, where would be a good place that this series could really throw a wrench into the mix? The Milwaukee Mile, that's where. Located in West Allis, Wisconsin, this Midwestern Fairground oval is sure to be tough. From the barely banked corners to the completely flat straights, this track, even back in 1905, when it was a dirt track, has been wreaking havoc on drivers. It hasn't been since about 1960 that these guys went ahead and paved it, and here you see it now with the asphalt on the track. Appreciate you guys coming out and joining us once again tonight here at Simtrax Broadcast. I'm excited to see how many of you guys out here are kind of rooting on these guys for the gRaceland Shootout Series. I know Billy's looking to kind of turn his luck around. I know he's got a little something different on his car tonight, if you guys noticed the post out there in the gRaceland Shootout. But we'll take a peek there and see if out there on the track what he's got going on. We're taking a peek at Robert Lynch right now. In the process of that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at what we are looking for tonight here at the Milwaukee Mile. 25 laps for this one fast repair, and an unlimited amount of tires. So that is definitely good news for some of these drivers here at the extremely rough mile. About 111 degrees on the track, especially good and hot for Wisconsin weather for sure, as 78 degrees is what we're looking at in the air. No fear, but once these tires do tack up, they should be getting pretty well. I would assume probably around that lap 12 mark, we're going to start seeing these tires breaking down a good bit here, and these guys will have trouble sliding around the track. But we're going to take a little look here at our fastest times here so far. Let's see how Evans and Lynch are doing. So far, Austin Evans with the fastest time on the track with 29:56 is what I'm showing here. Robert Lynch trying to find some more speed out of this car. And that's going to do it for him at the 29:69. Wow, look at Philip Temples. Let's go ahead and switch over to him in that 17 machine. Ran a really fast lap right there. A lot of these guys are complaining, you know, it's a lot more engine power, but no room to run. But the car doesn't want to stay with you. The engine's stronger than the car, so here we go. Philip Temple's coming around for that second lap. Let's see if he can go ahead and put it a little higher. I know Robertson was feeling really good tonight about his speed. And, yep, just a little bit faster on that one. 29:34, which keeps him just ahead of Robertson there. Good move by that 17 car there. I believe Randy Bledsoe is now breaking out onto the track for his first lap turned here. And you're going to see these guys really slipping and sliding around. There is almost no, no banking at all for these cars to get turned around and really figure out, how to get this, this track leveled out here. It's so flat. There's so much input you have to put in for the steering to get around here. And, really put the moves on here at the track to really get the right angle. I mean, if you're off by half a car length here, this could really ruin the rest of your turn, put a lot more front tire wear that you would not expect or don't want at that point, and away we go. Let's see, Bledsoe looks like he secures a third place position. So really, Robertson, Bledsoe, and Temples, these guys really, are the fastest ones I've seen out here on the track by a mile here. No, we're still waiting for new driver David Stanfield here. See if he's considering qualifying tonight. David Cox, Anthony Bledsoe, Rich Blake, Robert Yost, and Billy Stanley. I'm still waiting for these guys to get out here on the track. I think everybody's kind of waiting it out here just a little bit. Whoop. I think these other guys are just going to go ahead and kind of tuck tail and said they had it from there, and that's going to go ahead and do it for tonight. So let's go ahead and quick cut away. Let's meet our drivers, and then let's have a chat with them down pit road. We are back. These guys going to go ahead and kind of give it a little warm-up here just a little bit, kind of get through the last of the drivers' meeting here. This is going to be a definite shootout for some of them. I kind of was hoping Brian Neff would be out here tonight, hopefully, you know, be able to give us a good show here tonight. Unfortunately, he was not able to show for the race this weekend, especially after his showing last week at the fairgrounds. You know, Philip Temples is feeling pretty fast here tonight. We'll see how well this gets going for him. Let's see if we can find any of those drivers out there that maybe we can have a little chat with here. Let's see. So everybody's favorite driver out there, Billy Stanley. You got a copy of him here, bud?
Yes, I do. What's up, Patrick?
Oh man, dude, this race here tonight. You know, being one of being here at the you know the iRacing circuit of Milwaukee Mile. How confident are you feeling about this track here?
Not too confident about this one. I'm just going to hang back and let these guys up front run real hard and see how many times, see who takes who out. And I'm going to try to be around at the end.
All right.
This is just a 25 lapper, so probably with about I'd say 8 to go. I'm gonna run it hard.
All right, man. Well, hopefully you were able to kind of stick it in there and hopefully break into the top 5. You were looking real good at Nashville Fairgrounds, but kind of got turned around a couple of times. Hopefully that luck does turn around for you. I'm fairly certain. I know I've talked to you before, Billy. You got some big news coming out, and I know you changed your paint scheme up a little bit tonight. Let's start with the paint scheme and what everybody should maybe be looking out for here.
Really, the only thing I did was, I went to a little bit different paint scheme. I keep my colors because it's Performance Distributors, that's their color. But I put the cancer awareness ribbon on the car tonight too. So I'm gonna run that the rest of the month.
All righty, everybody really appreciates that, man, and really it's something for October out there, not just Halloween, but for the breast cancer awareness. Man, your new book dropped. Is it doing better than expected out there?
Oh yeah, it's I mean, I'm getting reports from bookstores have already sold out and stuff like that. So it's doing really well.
Yeah, I think I read something up on it. You've been working on that thing since about 1960?
Yeah, it feels like it. No, actually, it took us about 5, 6 months to write it. It's out now, so you can buy it pretty much in any major bookstore, Walmart, Target, Barnes and Noble, all these other places. You can order it online. And thank everybody for tuning in, watching the race tonight. We'll try to put on a good show. Uh, I don't, my car is not real fast the first couple of laps, but after about 3 or 4, then watch out.
Yeah, definitely well out there with that over 100-degree temperature on the track. Billy Stanley, appreciate talking to you, bud. Glad, hopefully we'll be able to talk to you after the race.
Hope so too. Thanks for everybody for tuning in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Billy Stanley in the 8 car. Hopefully we'll be able to catch back up with him again. I know he's, this track, it's not an easy one. Not an easy one, not even a little bit. So this, I think, is probably going to be the toughest track on the schedule tonight. Let's take a little look here at the schedule. We are number 7 for Milwaukee. After that, that's going to be USA Speedway. That's going to be another short track, even tougher. Rockingham, that's going to be a super bumpy one. I'm excited about Nashville Super Speedway, that number 10. That is going to be a massive race there. A lot of speed, concrete track. That's going to be crazy, especially North Wilkesboro. That's going to be another tough track like Rockingham. And Dover, man, the Monster Mile there as well. So that's going to be, I'm super excited to see about that one. But let's go ahead and take a look at our grid here so far. See how these guys are getting started here tonight. Philip Temples is starting on the pole for tonight. Adam Robertson second. Randy Bledsoe third. Thomas Delago there in fourth. Daniel Holloway will be fifth. Austin Evans sixth. Robert Lynch coming in 7th position. Hopefully he's able to stay clean. I know he ended up getting tangled up there a little earlier in the race. Last week, Dean Viney and will be starting 8th. Billy Stanley, 9th place. So hopefully we'll see him move his way up toward the front as well. Anthony Bledsoe starting 10th. Rich Blake in the 11th. Rob Yost starting 12th. And then a couple more drivers out here. David Stanfield starting back there in the 31 and David Cox in the 14. And that'll be our driver starting for tonight. This is going to be definitely a shootout for these guys. You know, it's tough. It's tough with as flat as of the track this is, but these guys are really going to have a great battle. I think we're going to see a fantastic race here tonight. I know a couple of complaints have been a little bit of these cautions. Have no fear, they're going to go ahead and give it a good shot here to try to clean it up a little bit. I know reading kind of what they had going on here, there has been an incident limit put on, so they got to be they got to kind of, I guess, squared away there just a little bit to try to clean it up. I know some guys, they end up in trouble as they shouldn't be, and some guys just kind of end up on the back foot, but we want to definitely produce a good race for you guys tonight. We're not here for eye pacing, as they would say, but we are here for a lot of good racing. Boy, I think we got a heck of a one on so far. Billy Stanley, at least, is starting up here in the top 10. That's at least, good for him. Philip Temples, I know he's a little fireball out there. You got to be careful of Philip Temples out there. Speaking of fireball, I do not see Fireball Woody out here either. So he's going to kind of trip up here a little bit. I'm not sure if Philip Temples is having some trouble here, or if he got an EOL penalty here at the beginning of this race. But that is going to go ahead and bring us to our green flag, get us started right off the bat. Adam Robertson here in the first place. Boy, you just see him kind of squeak out right there. It looks like we already got somebody around. I think Robert Lynch has already bent it. That's not good. Yeah, I'm not sure if a mechanical issue or if somebody kind of shot it up the gut there and took him out. Unfortunately, we are going to have to go ahead and straight away send this one straight to a replay here and see if see what happened. You know, I'm not 100% sure. Kind of what got Mr. Lynch here. Let's take a look. Oh, what in the world? That thing caught that inside wall and kind of bucked him out of there. Boy, Robert Lynch, not good for him, especially in that in his 21 machine. We'll have to see if he can get that one squared back away up front and really give it a good shootout here. Man, he is still down pit. I don't know. He does have a fast repair, but he did have to tow, and I don't know if something broke on the car right there. Yeah, he did out there, see you out there on Facebook. He tried to take that left turn a little too soon, and unfortunately that may put him a lap down here. That's going to be an ugly one for him. I definitely, boy, I hate to bring him in because, boy, I'd be kind of upset with myself if something like that ended up bending up my car there. But we'll go ahead and let's stay on the guys who are up here for the lead laps here. so far. Adam Robertson right here in the front in that 28 machine. Good to see he's supporting the pink as well. For Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the 28. Looking good. I believe the pace car lights are still on so far, so we're going to have one more time. These guys are going to go ahead and go around the track here. And then we're going to give it another shot. We're going to give it another shot. I definitely expect to see it going well a lot better. Like I said, I think Lynch just got a little too hungry, bit it on that inside corner, and it kind of folded him up there. Yeah, definitely may be worth a look, actually seeing if Robert Lynch had some trouble here. Whoa. Alright, some of these drivers are having some trouble out there. Let's see if we can, since we got another pace lap here, let's see if we can have a little chat with Robert Lynch. Robert, you got a copy on me here, bud?
Yep.
All right, man. I know. I thought about it. I said maybe I should talk to him, maybe I shouldn't, but let's go ahead and do it. But did you get into the turn a little too early there, man?
Actually, to be honest, I was clearing a black flag and putting an EOL on Temple because he was having an issue, and doing so at the same time, I clipped that freaking corner.
Oh man. Well, seeing you're still down pit road here, man, I think there's one fast repair tonight. Is it too broken or too early to use it?
No, I had to use it because I had the tow.
Oh, okay. So that's what we're waiting on is the towing. Kind of seeing how many laps you're gonna end up down here, bud.
I shouldn't be down none because it happened. They didn't cross the finish line before they crossed the line, so I shouldn't be down any.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. I know they've kind of, I think they've passed you twice here so far. So far, my ticker's saying 21 to go. Hopefully, you guys are. Might kind of mix that up a little bit.
Yeah, because you got to remember, caution laps don't count. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I figure maybe somebody's got to add them back up, or I think back here with you. But all right, but man, still a tough race here for you tonight. I hate seeing you start on the back foot, so hopefully you're able to charge your way back up front there, Robert.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bud.
All right, that's Robert Lynch in the 21 car. Hopefully he's able to get his way back forward. Like I said, it is showing him to me as a lap down as well as Philip Temple. So we'll see how this one gets underway. Pace car is off. Robertson Bledsoe starting up in the front row. Robertson going to go ahead and get his favorable restart he loves so very much. That 28 car definitely is able to get away so far. But man, can these guys hold on to this turn? Because it is not easy. We definitely see some moving back here with Rob Yost. Back there in that area with Daniel Holloway. I don't know if he got a little loose there before as well. Let's rotate and try to stay up front and see how our leaders are doing. Right now, Robertson is separating away from Delago in the second position. And away they go. Looks like we're starting to stack up pretty well here. Ah, there we go. And my tower just all of a sudden reset and everybody's happy and go lucky. Philip Temple's back here in the fifth position. We're going to kind of be out in a little bit of a zoomed out position here tonight. Not really good camera angles here at the Milwaukee Mile. Being so flat and with no banking, the grandstands are definitely the only place to really get a good eyeball on anybody here tonight. But the 17 of Philip Temple's, like they said, giving him an EOL and a black flag, has already fought his way back to the fifth position, so he has survived and stayed up here toward the front. But it looks like he's trying to put some moves there on Billy Stanley in the 8. No, Billy Stanley, we saw him. He has moved all the way up to the fourth position. So right now he's up 5 positions from where he started so far tonight. And Philip Temple's kind of peeking on the inside here, and he may just have it. But will Billy cross him up here? Try to angle it? Yes, he does. But can he drag it out of the turn there? Have the tires heated up just enough for Billy to compete? And he's going to go ahead and tuck in behind him and really wait for the rest of the race to kind of shape up. You know, let these tires get settled in a little bit. Let these guys who run really, really, really hard, you know, burn their tires off and let it be. You know, he may catch him here in about 5 to 6 laps. Of this one getting underway. Looks like everybody is kind of spreading out pretty good bit. Looks like Robertson's already got himself almost a 1 second lead there on Delago of his 86 machine there in the back, and behind him is Randy Bledsoe in the 81. I know Randy Bledsoe's been on a pretty good tear lately. especially coming second last race. You know, a couple guys with some wins out here. Definitely looking to kind of repeat that. Robertson definitely, he already has multiple wins this year. And he may, at this pace so far, be looking to put another mark in that winner lead. But right here, we're taking a look, I believe, at Billy Stanley. Looked like he's under fire from Austin Evans in the 20 car that was looking there on the outside. So Austin Evans here in the 20, really starting to put the moves on Billy here. Billy's taking a peek here on the inside. Ooh, man. And you kind of see Billy drop it off the table there a little bit. So his car kind of bucked there just a tad, and then we're going to kind of get it back underway. Squeeze this one back together. Come on, Billy. Everybody out there in the chat rooting on for Billy. Billy is still holding on tight to that 5th position. Austin Evans, you do see dicing him up there a little bit, trying to see if he can find a way around him here. But both Billy and Austin Evans, they only got about 18 laps to kind of figure this out and get their way back up toward the front and get it worked out here. Robert Lynch only up to the 11th. He's got a lot of work to do there in the backfield. But I believe their race is starting to heat up just a little bit here. I believe around Bledsoe and I believe that is, yeah, that's Randy Bledsoe there. And it looks like possibly a lapped car I think he's coming up on here. Yeah, it looks like David Stanfield in the 31, new driver here at the GRaceland Shootout Series. Glad to see him along. If you guys noticed out there, if you guys ever tune into the SimTrax broadcasting, David Stanfield, you can find him over Wednesday nights on the Racing Revolution League. So hopefully David Stanfield is able to put on a good show right now. But right now he is a lap down. So he's got a lot of battling to do to get his way back up front. But Bledsoe trying to see if he can reel in Thomas DeLago here. He's only got him. He's only behind him by about 1/10 of a second here. And that 81 car is really trying to take a peek there on the inside, but looks like everybody kind of tucks in. And it's interesting to see how many drivers, you know, when they're getting around these turns, are dropping the left side tires off here. Just kind of see him get into that turn, drop it off, right, touching that yellow line or just a little bit off the apron on that pit exit there. And they got to be careful. As it looks like, I believe, back here in the back, I think Evans has finally gotten the best of Billy Stanley. So Billy Stanley's rolled back here to the 6th position with 15 laps to go now. So Billy's got some work to do. Like I said, you see right there, he kind of hits that bump. Definitely a different line than I see anybody else taking here so far. Maybe Billy knows something that we don't. Robert Lynch, look at him, up to 9th. So he's on a tear right now. Great job by Robert Lynch in the 21 here. Seems to be working his way up front, no problems. See how Daniel Holloway's doing here in the 26. Daniel Holloway definitely making a good run here, especially from his hometown in Wisconsin. So this should be his home track here. You know, really, yeah, with where he is, you know, he should have been here a couple of times. He may have the groove here, but Daniel Holloway, unfortunately, has fallen back 2 positions since the start of this race. He's back here rolling around in the 7th position. Originally started up there in 5th, so he may have the Billy Stanley mindset. Kind of let's kind of tone it down a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this squared away, and let's race. Let's just do one thing at a time and get this one squared. Pushed our way toward the front. Facebook user out there, what a grand improvement from last week. They're racing well. Yes, they are. They are definitely putting a lot of good laps out here. A lot more green flags than I've seen so far since I have joined here with GRaceland Shootout Series. Something has definitely changed, especially for the better here. But it looks like Stanley may be under fire by Holloway here. It looks like Holloway's caught Billy Stanley here in the 8. A lot of these guys are running really good lines. I just want to kind of keep an eye on these two right here. I think something may happen here. We're going to rotate up to Philip Temples and Randy Bledsoe here in just a little bit. I see those guys are about half a second off each other, and Temples is really kind of reeling them in here. But I think Billy may be starting to kind of turn and burn here. Notice he's got about 11 laps to go. He wants a top 5 finish. He's got to make up. He's got to make up about a second here. To start catching up. All right. Yeah, it looks like a lot of good racing out here. I think Lynch is about to put some moves back here on Viney. Dean Viney in the 71. He's remained in the same place all race, starting in 8th, right now in 8th. But Robert Lynch, look at this peek up the center. Good move by Robert Lynch here as it goes right there on the inside. He's able to make it stick, and around he goes. So good move there by Robert Lynch, finally breaking up in the top 8 now. So now he's still on the charge. But man, has he got a lot of work to do. He's got about 4 seconds to make up. And if there's anything out there, I know some of these drivers would probably think a caution would be great right now. But right now, with the kind of racing here, absolutely not. I love seeing green flag laps, especially here at a Shootout Series. You know, these guys only had 25 laps to get it done. So they got to, you know, really buckle down, put their head down, and push their way forward to get it done. But looks like we are starting to heat up again. Looks like here with Randy Bledsoe, he has finally caught up to Delago here in the 86. And Philip Temple's not far behind. So Temple's, hopefully with the hard charging he's been doing so far, trying to get his way back up to the front. He hasn't burned his tires off just yet. You know, these guys are definitely wishing they had a new set of tires. They are starting to hook up pretty well now, but a lot of slicing and dicing, a lot of moving here. Robertson enjoying them fighting there in the back, but we have seen Robertson is starting to fall off. He's lost about 0.4 of a second in the past 8 laps or so. So now all of a sudden, you know, second and third are starting to work together, push each other to catch up. Definitely interesting moves there. I think Holloway is still getting ready to start putting some moves here on Billy Stanley. We'll have to see if that 8 car can hold him off. But you are seeing that Billy Stanley here is already pulling in Evans by less than a second now. So Austin Evans here in that 20 car, you know, has broken into the top 5. He's only moved up 1 position so far here in the race, but a lot of good racing out of him. Staying solid. Solid as a rock here, moving his way toward the front. Good moves by a lot of these drivers out here. I'm really interested to see, you know, if any of these guys, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, what happens? Can they run Robertson down? Can Temples, you know, overcome Bledsoe? But it looks like, I believe that's Bledsoe coming down pit right now. Randy Bledsoe coming down pit with 5 laps to go. I don't know if we have a fuel shortage or something's happened here, but Billy Stanley is considered the same thing and is coming down pit as well. If these guys have to come down for a green flag pit stop, this could change the game for a lot of drivers here. With the amount of fall off, we are seeing Daniel Holloway there at about a 30 and a half, and his fastest time was just under 30 seconds. So, you know, only about a 0.6 of a second gap. A good pit stop time can definitely flip the script on this. Right now, Viney, Stanley, Stanfield are all down pit road right now. Looks like Bledsoe came out. He had a 7-second pit stop. He may be going ahead and saying, you know what, let's just go ahead and pack up the fuel and get back out there on the track. All right, looks like Anthony Bledsoe in the 54 has gone ahead and brought it down pit. That is okay, but Robertson, he is coming down pit. So our leaders are now starting to pit. Philip Temples will now assume the lead as Delago and Robertson have come down pit. All right, so this is going to switch it up. And man, so close to the end here. You hate to see it. So now you're wondering if anybody else out there has been fuel saving. Has Philip Temples been fuel saving here toward the end? Has he been clutching it? Because that will be the make or break here. Who has been saving fuel on this run? Now, the farther the spread apart these guys got, the more fuel these guys are using. 2 laps to go. Can Philip Temples, does he have enough fuel to hold this out? Does he have enough fuel? Austin Evans has moved up into the 2nd position. If Philip Temples does not come down pit road, he will bring out a white flag. And then we got a shot to the end. He's going to try it. Here we go. Philip Temples with the final lap here at the Milwaukee Mile, and I believe we're under caution. Oh! Dean is around. Holy cow. I would say here up in the booth view, from this angle, when the white flag came out, there shouldn't be a caution after that, but I don't know what happened first. I thought Philip Temples had passed the line first before Viney got turned around. Well, let's go ahead and take a peek here and see what happened to Viney. I'm not sure. I would assume a set of new tires has caused this one. Let's take a look here at that 71 car. Whoop. Yeah, that was a little weird. Yeah, for a lot of these drivers out there, that is going to flip the script now. That is going to take a lot of these drivers who didn't have a chance, they now have a chance. Because originally that did look like Philip Temples was going to bring home the win on that one. And it looks like Philip Temples has run out of fuel. Yeah, he may have made it to the end here. Come on, Philip Temples. Man. So close. What's his speed? Oh. Wow. Interesting to see. Philip Temples remains in the lead. Yeah, out there on the chat, yeah, I kind of agree with you here. I'm a little confused to see what kind of what we're witnessing here. I'm a little kind of beside myself here. Philip Temples still remains in the lead. They do not count cautions here, so it's actually going to kind of add some laps, I guess. I'm not sure, yeah, because the way that caution came out, that is going to unfortunately put Billy Stanley a lap down. Seeing that he was unable to return and make it back out there. Which means Delago ended up a lap down. Anthony Bledsoe in the 54 ended up a lap down. Viney is now 2 laps down. Stanfield's 3. And I think Rich Blake may have had a mechanical issue. Yeah, it was definitely interesting to see here on Viney's crash here. Let's take another look at it. Yeah, just got out of that turn a little too much and then just kind of got it turned around there. Unfortunately, I think without counting cautions here, there will be no lucky dog. So Stanley will unfortunately end up a lap down here. With Philip Temples and Austin Evans here in the front. Austin Evans last pit on lap 3. Philip Temples pit on lap 1. Like I said, we had that. I think he had that mechanical fault there. I don't know if he was able to squeeze in an extra gallon or so, but right now I'm assuming these two guys here in the front have been running on fumes. Philip Temple started on the pole. And now we're going to see if he's got anything for us here. So they got to make one good lap here. And then it'll be back to the white flag. And then shootout toward the end as we're back to almost a 3-wide situation back here. Randy Bledsoe on the inside of it. Robert Lynch having a good shootout there. It looks like Robertson in the 28. Definitely expect to see some of these guys with fresher tires going to go ahead and get a better hook than a lot of these other ones. Definitely good moves up here. Randy Bledsoe into the 4th. Daniel Holloway back 3rd. Philip Temples brings us to the white flag. And Philip Temples only has 2 turns to get it done here. Austin Evans in 2nd. Daniel Holloway, but we'll have to see if anybody tries to make a shot here. Randy Bledsoe looking toward the inside. Does he have enough speed to take it away from Holloway? And he does. Can there be any sort of a cross-up? Good move there. Oh, Robertson, hold on. And looks like Philip Temple's going to bring home the win here tonight. Austin Evans will be second and Randy Bledsoe third. Randy Bledsoe with a great move there right toward the end. Really got it done. Great job by him getting that one squared away. That was a beautiful move right there toward the end. And really, that's what you expect to see out of your points leader. Definitely fast driving by these three gentlemen here tonight. Philip Temples, Austin Evans, Randy Bledsoe. Definitely great moves. We're going to cut to commercial real quick, and we will be right back.
Hey folks, John Schneider here. I'm so excited. This is actually my wife's car. Mine is covered up over there, but I want to thank Performance Distributors. Look at that. So good looking. And batteries. And all the wires here. I want to thank you for supporting our internal battle at home. Who is faster? Just hang on. We both have the ability to win the race. Why? Because we got the best distributors, batteries, and wires in the business, and we want to thank you for that. But as far as actually winning the race, me. Thank you. Thanks for this. Yeah, thanks for this. Bye.
All right, everybody, we are back. We'll have Randy Bledsoe here in the 81. We got him here in the booth. Man, what a great move there toward the end of the race.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun race. I'm glad there wasn't so many cautions this time, but yeah, I just got lucky. That's all.
Yeah, it did end up unfortunate for some people. Some people had to pit. I see you pit back on lap 24. I mean, I take it you guys were running out of fuel?
Yeah, I had to pit actually before that caution came out. I would not know where I came out at, but that caution actually saved us there when I pitted on lap 24. I went back in and took right sides only and put a gallon in. I would have had to repit it if we'd have had another caution. I just barely had enough gas.
Man, yeah, I know some of you, and out of all the people that pit, I know Austin Evans and Philip Temples, they didn't pit hardly at all. I think Austin Evans last pit on 3, and Philip Temples pit on lap 1, which was kind of interesting to see. But they were able to stretch it out here toward the end.
Yeah, they lucked up. Philip lucked up on that pit stop there. I debated whether to, on that lap 3, to pit or not. I'm like, no, there'll be more cautions come out. They almost bit me in the butt there.
Yeah, I figure he was probably clutching it to get it toward the end, man. Fantastic job here tonight, really getting it done. At the Milwaukee Mile, man. This is going to be a heck of a shootout, for what you guys do here in Milwaukee. We're at USA Speedway next week. How confident are you feeling about that so far?
I haven't raced there in a few years actually, but I do like that track. I've never raced anything but a street stock there.
All right, man. Well, taking a peek at it, I believe you do lead in the points standings here tonight over Robertson and Holloway. And you did pass Holloway here for the 3rd position. So this just increases your stretch here. But you've yet to win this season.
I need to get that monkey off my back. I've had good luck, but man, I wish a win would come. Between last season and this season, I know I've got over 10 second place finishes.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess I'm too kind to people. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely know some people do aim for that exiting turn bump to the rear. That's a little more favorable for the bump, or not the bumpy. But great job here tonight, man. Fantastic job. Go ahead and give me your shout outs here for the 81 machine.
shout outs to all the race fans tuning in, making it happen. All the sponsors, performance distributors. Shout out to you and what you do for us. Give a shout out to Philip and Austin, their teammates, bring it home 1 and 2. Good job to them. And Billy for having me on Hound Dog Racing. He could have anybody else in the world, but he chose me.
Dang. I was going to say, honor that is. Definitely, you guys must be learning from each other to figure out how to get your way up front. But great job tonight, Randy Bledsoe. USA Speedway's next week, bud, so go ahead and get your head down because not too many laps to have that one done, so you're going to need plenty of practice.
That's right. Y'all have a good night.
Take it easy, Randy. All right, that is Randy Bledsoe in the 81 machine. That's going to rotate us up to our second place finisher here, who ended up being Austin Evans. Now, I don't know much about Austin Evans. I haven't talked to him much. He right now is 6th in the points until we figure out where we are going to be after this race with a second place finish. But Austin Evans, 4 places up tonight. You move into the second position. Really, what was the key to success tonight?
Oh, the key to success was definitely coming in and fueling up. And I know we barely ran a lap when the caution came out, but I went ahead and took 4 tires tonight. But definitely filling up and make sure I had enough fuel to finish it because I felt like it was going to go green tonight. And you know, like 5 laps to go, I started hearing people coming into pits, and all of a sudden I see I'm sitting in second. So definitely that was the key.
How nervous were you when that caution came out?
Oh, I was pretty nervous. I don't know if you saw, but I almost got into the 71 because he came up the racetrack when I was coming out of 4. But if it wasn't for Phil, my teammate in first, I don't think I would have finished second tonight.
Definitely good racing out of you tonight, bud. And really, it's interesting to see teammates 1 and 2 here. Good move so far. You know, being able to kind of slice and dice your way here at the Milwaukee Mile. Was there anything on the track that really caught you off guard tonight?
Not really. I know a lot of people were a little bit cautious. Like the first 5-6 laps, the car was a little loose, but I like a little bit of loose car coming out of the corner. But then it started to tighten up. But it was definitely you had to be careful coming out of the corners. If not, you were going to step out sideways, something awful.
Yeah, definitely something to have here at the Milwaukee. But, you know, we're looking at USA Speedway next week. How confident are you feeling about that?
I'm confident. Hopefully I can get a top 3 again. Definitely with points. It's you know, you don't have to have wins all season to catch that championship. All it is being consistent and finishing in the top every race, and I'm hoping I can do that and get away with it.
Yeah, you are correct. Randy Bledsoe, actually, with no wins so far, his average finish is 3rd. So right now, he's got a great start up at 5th and an average of 3rd. Showing you here an average start of 6th and you end 10th. But still, you know, a lot of tough drivers out there every week, and really it's definitely a switch up for you. But placing second really has got to be great, you know, being able to kind of unload and be able to come up with a second place finish tonight, man. But, dude, go ahead and give me your shout-outs because we got to get you practicing for USA.
Oh, yes, sir. Definitely big thanks to Billy Stanley putting this on. But if it wasn't for Phil Temples and 2 other guys in this league, they couldn't make it. But that's Brian Neff and Rich Blake. They're also a part of our team, and wasn't for this, man, it's a fun little series we got going on. I'm glad we only had 1 caution tonight.
All right, Austin Evans, fantastic job tonight, bud. Can't wait to see what you got for us the rest of the week, bud. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Austin Evans, the man, the myth, the legend, there in the 20 car, going ahead and securing a win, the second place. But I'm already saying securing a win. I think probably because I'm excited to see what I got to hear from Philip Temples. I know I've talked to Philip Temples a few times in that number 17. You know, he kind of been on the back foot, kind of falling back, not being able to get it, but finally pulls out the win tonight. And to me, at the Milwaukee Mile, where it's got to be one of the toughest places to win. Philip, really, the track here tonight, man. How tough was it for you?
It's tough with me, but I guess even a blind squirrel gets a nut every now and again, right? Start on the pole, break before the race. Didn't put my dadgum steering the way I wanted it, and just got lucky. That's all I can say is luck.
All right, you start top 5 in points here tonight, and now come away with a race win. This is going to help you definitely reel in Neff, Holloway, Robertson, and Bledsoe. These guys up in front of you, man. Definitely, you are able to kind of chase them down at this point. So far, you had a great run tonight. How was the fuel? I thought you were going to run out of fuel.
Well, when my shifter broke and I had to pit and tow right there at the beginning, starting from the lead, and I told those guys I had an issue. It was stuck in neutral. I had to tow. So when I come out of the tow, I took 5 gallons of fuel and said, "That's it. I got what I got," and I did not pit.
Man,
Just lucky, man. I mean, I don't know. You think you're gonna have a bad night, and it turns all the way around for you. It was pretty cool.
yeah, really, it's been a fantastic race for you tonight. We did see you battle. I think you were back in the 8th, and then we see you battle up past 5th, and then I think we stopped in, saw you take the lead, and then just kept on going, man. And I thought Robertson was going to have this in the bag until he ran out of fuel. But man, dude, you capitalized here tonight for the Performance Distributors, sponsor out there. I'm sure they really appreciate seeing that 17 car come in for the win here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a while coming. There's a couple of here that I probably should have won and didn't. Drove bad last week, drove bad the week before, but tonight we were on point. Hopefully here we'll get another short track, and then I can showcase what I like to do.
All right, speaking of short tracks, USA Speedway is coming up next. How confident you feeling there?
They better practice and practice a lot.
All right, man. I'm going to take that as your call out there, man. Philip Temple's great job tonight in the 17. Let's go ahead and finish up with your shout-outs, man, and get you on the road.
I'd like to thank Billy for putting this on, and Sudden Death, and Krunts, and just all the guys there, and the family for putting up with me, for doing what I do, man. All I do is win.
All right, man. I definitely would love to see Suddeth out here, man. I haven't seen him in a while, and definitely Robert Lynch getting turned around there, battled his way back up into the 8th after getting kind of spun out there at the beginning. But great job tonight, Philip Temples. Tonight's about you, man. Great job tonight.
Yeah, man. Sudden had he had worse luck than I did. He had no internet tonight.
Oh, again. First he's on somebody else's rig, and now he's out of internet.
Yeah, he had no internet. He sent my buddy a message and said, "Hey, we got no service."
All right, bud. Well, take it easy tonight. You and your teammates, hopefully you guys are able to band together and kind of reel this one, cluster everybody up and really give us a good shootout for next week.
Yeah, well, my nephew Austin and Rich wasn't able to make it, but my nephew Austin was second, so us Raw Dog guys kind of turned it on.
All right, man. Great job tonight, Philip, and we'll catch you up later, man.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that's Philip Temples in the 17. Great job by him tonight. Really great running there. I do want to take a little chat here, actually, with Billy. I want to have a chat with Billy here just a little bit and kind of see what kind of undid for him a little bit here. And when we'll end up signing off for the night here. Billy Stanley, quick shout out here, bud. Great job tonight. I take it you ran out of fuel right there toward the end.
Just ran out of talent, I guess. No, I just could never really get it going. It's that slippery.
Yeah, we definitely saw you kind of taking that line between 1 and 2. There was some sort of a bump kind of coming into 1 there a little bit. I kind of saw you knocking there a little bit. Was there something in the track or just diving in just a little bit too low?
Well, I found out if I put my left side tires on that yellow going around there, it maybe even cut it a little bit shorter. I could cut the corner a little bit quicker. And so I was doing pretty good. It's just 3 and 4, especially coming out of 4. I tried the same thing and it just kind of wash up on me. I could get in the throttle, but I couldn't be full speed. So that's 3 and 4 messed me up.
I got you. That's okay, man. But still, great run out of you tonight. 9th place finish. Actually, exactly where you started. But hey,
exactly.
still a solid top 10, man. But
yeah. Well, my biggest thing is tonight everybody gets to see what we was really all about. We're caution-free guys. I mean, we're a bunch of great drivers out here. Philip and Randy, all these guys. Austin. I kid with Austin. He and I seem to have magnets on our cars. We seem to get together every now and then. But I'm glad to see those 3 guys. They're the class of the field just pretty much every week, and like to see them run up front. one of these days I'll be up there with him.
All right, man. Well, we are looking at USA Speedway next week. Your confidence level at that track, seeing what you saw happen tonight.
I like it. It's a fast track, and it's a really good technical track too. You just get in there and you find your groove, and you can get around that thing really fast.
All right, man. You want to give us any shout out, kind of what's going on with the book and where people can find it, or kind of give us a little kind of a piece of what it's about for some of the viewers out there who are kind of rooting you on here, bud.
Okay. Well, first thing I just want to thank my sponsor, for putting sponsoring our series. Performance Distributors. They're a great company. Anybody that's got a car with a distributor or anything like that, and if you want to get better gas mileage, whatever, or go faster, get in touch with those guys. They will hook you up. As far as the book, yeah, it came out this week. I've been super busy with all the interviews and everything, and haven't really had a whole lot of time for Facebook. But I want to thank all the people that's been out to purchase it, and the ones that give me the reviews. Thank you for that. My whole purpose for writing this book was to give all the Elvis fans something they could be proud of, and show off. And I think I may have done it.
Yeah, at least let them know a side that people may not have known about.
Exactly. Enough has been said about the man. I think it's time some great things have been said about him, and I'm glad I was the one to be able to do it.
All right. The great Billy Stanley. Appreciate you coming out tonight, man. I can't wait to see what you got for us next week.
10-4. Thanks a lot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Billy Stanley there in the 8th. I do have the schedule up for you guys, just so you can make sure, in case you were unsure what else I have going on here at SimTrax Broadcasting. Don't forget to check me out at simtraxbroadcasting.com. I've got everything there for it, as well as every place we are here for the shootout. So you'll kind of see a copy of this over toward the other side. Everybody out there in the chat, I appreciate you guys joining me here tonight. What a blast it has been. But thank you for joining me here at SimTrax Broadcasting, guys. Be safe, be kind, be well. Have a good night.